Okay, it's Thursday night. Time to pretend it's the weekend, even though it's not. Still got a whole extra day of work. If you're a Monday to Friday person like me, but I'm going to pretend. And I'm going to start by making a cocktail with my phone. Ooh, I'm just going to look up suggested strains. Let's have a look. What was I doing? Diffords. Yes, okay. And what was I doing? Come on, try to load on the phone. Why aren't you loading? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm a loony. And the guillotine. Let me look what the recommended serving is. For a Malone number 2. Just think it doesn't have Malone in number 1. That's actually in a rocks glass. Oh, nice. Well then. Well, indeed. The guillotine is probably served up. Guillotine number 2 is in fact served up. Skewered cherry. All right, that's that sorted. Okay, well, let me get some orange peel ready in that case. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done, that man. So I'm just going to trim a bit of pith from this. Hello, Madam Butterfly. How are you? In being first chatter tonight as I potter about getting myself ready to make a cocktail. All right, that's ready. That's a good piece of peel. I like what I've done there. If I do say so myself, and I do. Okay, so I'm going to make a Maloney first. Long one. So whiskey, sweet vermouth. I didn't. What Amaro do they recommend in this one, which I'm not going to use? China. No, I don't have China. Don't use enough Amaro to have China. Okay. So we got this. I'm going to put a cherry in there too because I fucking like cherries. All right, organize things a little bit. How's this ice going? Do we need to... We do need to blast this ice a little bit to get the frost off it. Okay, so time to get organized. Move a few things around. And is this out of the way too? Okay, you come over here, right? And I don't know what that is. Okay, you go there. And we'll get a cherry ready. It's really weird. Oh, wow. Looked like the seal wasn't broken. I was so confused. Stab. Oh, I didn't get one. Kind of surprised I didn't get one straight away with the jar being full. Jar Jar Binks. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Just Do me, okay. Said 100 proof whiskey. What do we got that's 100 proof? High 40s, 55, and that's also smoky. 50% Hungarian oak. Wait, what's... Alright. Choosing between two limited starwoods. There we go. Vitalis. This is the sort of thing that I love doing it because it really upset hardcore whiskey people. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Okay, maraschino and amaro. Disappearing into the mysterious cupboard of mystery. We use a Verna. I haven't used that for a little while. Alright. Alright. Okay, get this chair out of the way. Home for the elderly. Hello there. You didn't get a notification. Okay. Don't know why that would be the case, but technology, you know? It's unreliable. Do-do-do-do. Put this camera on the tripod, 'cause that's how we roll. Ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Okay. Okay. That ready? No, where's my ice? Wow, okay. Tip some water on the floor. Need to torch it. Oh. Maybe just that bit, in fact. Yeah, just that one little bit. Okay. A lid from my cherry jar. Scoot all the way. Let's get our glass happening. Right. Okay. And 3/4 of an ounce of amaro. Just get these ready. Someone is just bashing about in the kitchen, making a lot of noise. If it keeps up, I'm going to have to go out and say, could you make less noise, please? Okay. We are all good in the neighborhood. Let's make this thing. How's that going? Oh, now they're coming up the hole. Do they want me or they're doing something else? Hang on. No? They don't want me. Whoever it is, whatever they're doing. Singing. Why is there water on the floor? Because I tipped it there just a little while ago. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Whiskey. sweet for me. And maraschino. Okay. Dot. Phase 1. Now we get it ice. Okay. Arbitrarily, a couple more pieces of ice. Put the stoppers back on. Okay. Let's stir, stir, stir. Go stir, crazy. That is tasting good. Let's get that there. Strain that in. And we do an orange peel, and the maraschino cherry. All right, that's that done. Take something here. Gonna take your photo for a thumbnail, cause we need a thumbnail. That's how things go in YouTube. You need a thumbnail. What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck is that? What is it doing to me there? Okay, time to do the talking. Talk, my foolish friend. Okay, turning this on. Lining up the video camera. All right. Got that. Let's do that. G'day, cocktail lovers. This cocktail is called a Maloney number 2. And before you ask, I don't know what a Maloney number 1 is, or just a plain old Maloney. I found this on the Difford's Guide website. They just had a Maloney number 2, no Maloney number 1. This is essentially a modified Manhattan, calls for a higher proof whiskey and a bit less than you'd normally use, and then it's splitting the modifiers in what I thought was an interesting way. So I do want to taste it and see how it's come through. Oh, yes, that's an interesting variation. It's very clearly in Manhattan territory, but there's enough things changing it up that it's its own thing. I'll take you through the ingredients. Like I said, it calls for a higher proof whiskey, at least 100 proof or 50% alcohol. So I looked at my selection and I decided on this one. This is a limited edition anniversary single malt from local distillery Starwood. They call it Vitalis. It's 52% ABV, so a bit higher. And I have to admit, I do get a bit of a grin at the idea of hardcore whiskey people losing their mind of me getting a limited edition single malt and going, I'm going to whack it in a cocktail. But that's what I do. I like cocktails. A standard Manhattan just has sweet vermouth. This has a split of sweet vermouth and Amaro. So it's halfway between a regular Manhattan and a black Manhattan. Black Manhattan is where you completely swap out the sweet vermouth for an Amaro. So it's taking a little of each there. The variation that caught my eye was just a small amount of maraschino in here. And in old school cocktails, when they wanted to zhuzh up a cocktail, they'd often just put a bit of maraschino in it and call it the improved whiskey cocktail, the improved gin cocktail. I've made both of those recently. We could argue, we could call this the improved Manhattan, but it isn't called that. It's called a Maloney number 2, and I'll show you how to make it. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces of In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of a higher proof whiskey, then 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of sweet vermouth. Add to that 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of Amaro, and then finally 1/4 of an ounce, around 7.5 mils of maraschino liqueur. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice and garnishing with a twist of orange peel and a maraschino cherry on a skewer. Manhattans are usually served up, and you could absolutely serve this up. This was the serving suggestion I saw on the Difford's Guide, and for me, that's like any excuse to use the sexy clear ice, and I'm going to do it. And you should be seeing a link to my video that shows you the easiest way. You don't even really need special expensive equipment or big freezer space to do it. It's a neat little hack. I recommend you try it because the sexy clear ice is sexy. It's clear, it looks good, and it actually melts slower as well. All good things. So I'm going to sit down and enjoy all these good things. The Maloney number 2. I hope you enjoy yourself wherever you are, and I do hope to see you again sometime soon. Until I do see you again, I'll say cheers. All right. Spent a little bit more on that smoky water, but that's okay. Now I'm going to sit down and see what everyone's chatting about. What are we going to chat about? Chatters. Chattanooga Choo Choo. Oh. Goodness. Okay. At least I've been getting proper sleep for a couple of nights. I may have complained on Tuesday night about getting fucked sleep or hardly any sleep, because that's how it was on Monday. I was not happy. Monday night. All right. Maloney, you're done. We shall shut the telephono down for now. Oh, nice. Loading discs. I saw that you posted it. I haven't looked at it yet. Hey, Celtic, how are you doing? What did I get up to yesterday? Usual work. We finished, Mrs. Anger and I finished the Agency series on Prime. I think it's actually on Paramount Plus. Good. Really gets you in. 10 episodes of slow burn tension. It's pretty good. I have not been to my PO box, and I need to because there are things in there. Yeah, 2 packages from Home for the Elderly. Knowing Celtic, probably something even more from him. But I haven't got to it this week, so it's going to have to wait till next week. Because I'm not planning to go in the city till Monday. Doing well, thanks, King Celtic. How are you? Oh, speaking about your loading discs for Home for the Elderly site, I'm Home for the Elderly. I'm absolutely sure you're familiar with the Criterion Closet. Maybe I'm assuming too much. But for those who don't know, the Criterion Company do really high-end releases of movies on disc. They release physical media. Usually the packaging's really good, but it's like really special releases of the movies. It'll have special features and all this sort of stuff. So it's known as the Criterion Collection, and it's like, you know, one of the ultimate ways to get movies on disc. Anyway, they they have a YouTube channel, and they regularly post these videos of actors and filmmakers going into what they call the Criterion Closet. And it's a little closet just lined with Criterion discs, hundreds of them. And the idea is these movie people go in there and they find, and they've got a little tote bag. They get to take the discs home with them. They go in and just look at all the shelves, and they find movies that mean a lot to them, and they tell you why this movie is important. It's really interesting. It's a great way to get ideas for watching artsy movies. You've got about 60 Criterion titles. Not at all surprised. Anyway, I watch lots of these Criterion Closet videos on YouTube because I find it really interesting what they choose. And I saw one today. I don't think it's new. I think it is a little bit old. The German actor Udo Kier probably got most famous he was very famous in Germany. He got most famous in the West in the 70s for doing Andy Warhol movies, Flesh for Frankenstein and Blood for Dracula. But he's been in heaps over the years. Anyway, like I said, the people who go in there normally go in and just pull films out. Oh, this is a film that was very, influential on me. I love this film, blah, blah, blah. Udo goes in and he picks up, and they must have put them out especially for him, laser discs of Flesh for Frankenstein and Blood for Dracula. And so he's just going, oh, it is Flesh for Frankenstein. And so he tells stories about how he got to be in Flesh for Frankenstein and then Blood for Dracula. And then he just pulls out another movie that he's in and goes, I tell you another story. And he's just like, and he tells you a story about being on that. And then he pulls out, like one of the ones was a Lars von Trier film that he was in. And then he pulls out My Own Private Idaho. It was Keanu Reeves and River Phoenix, and he was a supporting role in it. And he's going, here's another one. This is very special. And he tells you another story. So completely unlike everyone else who goes into the Criterion Closet, Udo Kier just pulls out movies that he's in. He goes, I'm going to tell you a story about the movie. And then he goes, that's all. Bye. Just so fucking funny. He's such a funny guy. Okay, you've got the Warhol films. I've seen them on VHS a long time ago. Oh yeah, the Michelle Trachtenberg, however you pronounce it, who I know from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah. I saw that as well. Anthony Green was going to retire from doing stuff on screen. That'll be something missing on the next show. Yeah, I mean, Udo, what a character. He's done so many schlocky movies. Eurotrip is also one of her better known things. Gossip Girl's another thing she's really known for. But yeah, way too young. That life in the spotlight can be hard. Okay, that's good. I like Maloney number 2. Oof. Oh, that's good. Oh, look. Okay. Things to taste now. I got the final 2 bottles. Everyone remember the story of the delivery where I got lots of bottles and they got half the order wrong? And so they said, oh, just keep the wrong ones and we'll send you the ones that are missing. They're out of stock of one of them, so they're supposedly going to refund me that. But I got the other 2 today. Yeah, it was today. Backwoods Wild Rye and Unaged Rye Spirit. And I have another Unaged Rye Spirit. And I'm going to blend them and put them in a barrel for at least 6 months to get a rye whiskey. And Brick's Gold Rum from Sydney. Backwoods is from Yakandanda. Yeah, last time I did the unaged rye and aged it for, I think it was 8 months altogether. Fucking delicious. It was so good. It was yummy. So I'm going to empty the barrel that has port in it and then pour the unaged rye spirit in there. But I'm gonna taste them tonight too. You think Anthony Green's obsession with numbers puts him on neurospicy? Yeah, I think he might be. Well, it's only the Ned's been in there like a week. The sweet spot for those cheap whiskies seems to be 4 months, because the 2 cheap Coles whiskies that I put in the barrels for 4 months were freaking awesome. They're I mean, not as good as my really good whiskies, but compared to how they were before they went in, but before they went in, they were fine. They were decent mixing whiskey, and but so much better flavor after being in one of those barrels for 4 months. So I know maybe at the 2 month mark, I'll taste the Ned thing, and then maybe again at 3 months. But the experience with the others is 4 months is probably the sweet stuff. Now this one is high quality and completely unaged, so I'm thinking at least 6 months, maybe longer. You know, it might be another Christmas whiskey. Who knows? $39. Jesus, I didn't know it was that hot up in the country. It was like 20 something here, mid-20s. Streets they don't want to reseal roads in 39C. The tar won't set. I don't know what that means, Safa. Justin, some people in this world you can take one like a universe. And yeah, I think Anthony Green's mannerisms and his obsession with numbers and charts and trends. Telltale signs. Telltale signs. Telltale signs. It's reasonable to suspect he has the neurospicy superpowers. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Oh, okay. So they're saying Coles sold 20% less alcohol than the previous year. Damn. Oh, no, not a bad thing. Like I say, Anthony Green, he's got the neurospicy superpowers. Gives him the super focus. Anyway, another thing I got to taste tonight. This is non-alcoholic, clarified. It's been in the fridge, so it's got condensation on it now. Because often when I finish peeling the orange, I juice them and use it for a clarified cocktail. And usually alcohol, like this one that I've still got from last week, which is very yummy. But, I had other things to drink as well, so it's still there. So I thought, this week I'm going to do a non-alcoholic one. And I haven't had a proper taste of that. I want to have it on ice and see what it's like. Maybe it'd be even better with bubbles. Like I could pour some of the mineral water in. I'm going to try it. It's like it's a really strong tea that's supposed to taste like biscuits. The grapefruit cordial I made a while back. Some ginger cordial, orange juice, and then added to milk and clarified. So I'm quite looking forward to that. You want someone who loves the numbers, Justin? That's what it's all about. Yeah, I don't know. Talking about the Coles booze thing, I don't know that people even think about Coles and booze. I have no idea, Safa. I haven't heard anything about that. I don't know if they're just waiting for the federal election, which is going to be within a couple of months. We can land a BWS like the 7-Eleven booze shops. Yeah, I just go in because occasionally they're trying to clear something from the shelves and you get something really good, really cheap, like a third or more off. So Dan's does it too. And I'm always checking to see if there's a sale thing with some radical. But I've got too much booze at the moment. You got to, every time I tell myself, got to chill out. Then I'll see just absolutely irresistible things for sale. Safa, Planet America told you. Yes, he's not actually in the cabinet with Trump, but he was there. And yes, pretty much everyone agrees him with Trump's cabinet was fucking cringe. But he's cringe. So is that just every election Andrew Green goes, this party's won, some politician goes too early, but Greens. Yeah, well, and he doesn't call it too early. The politicians who say it's too early are the ones who are losing. He's so honed in on the voting trends and whatnot. He doesn't call it till he's quite confident. Yeah, I think the answer to that from now on is always going to be yes, Safa. I didn't really, I went out a little bit, CBD. There's just lots of people about these days. Okay, I do like the Maloney number 2. Number 2. What did I get for lunch? I'm trying to think what I got on Monday and Tuesday. I think it was Asian food, rice and pork and whatnot. Wow, that's weird. I don't remember clearly. No rain around here. Very dry. Mind you, God, for dinner tonight, I just had this spontaneous urge. I want a halal snack pack. I'm going to go to the place up the road and get a fuck off huge snack pack that's meant to serve 4 people and just eat it for the next couple of days. I haven't had it in ages. It was really good. Hello, Hannah. How are you? Warm in Canberra. Lots of warmness. Ooh, hot dogs. Oh, sorry. Yes. No, I did get. Yeah, sorry. I thought that was obvious. I did get it. Fucking huge snack pack. And I got about a third of the way through it and go, okay, put you in the fridge now. You're like lunch and dinner tomorrow. Mrs. Angry is just mortified at how much meat gets piled up on an HSP. Like it gets rid of the one healthy thing from a kebab, the salad, and replaces it with chips and cheese. Oh, I'm not going to microwave it. I'm going to heat it up in a frying pan. And the chips would be fucked too. Yeah. So I'm actually going to sort of quickly, almost like stir fry it in a pan. So unhealthy, so tasty. Yeah, Pauline Hanson is such a fuck. The way she reacted when Sam Dastiari said we should have a Halal Snack Pack. Officially Cresses a dumb thing. Nice. Nice. Your brother and dad both have beards, so you made tiny beard for Super Baby. Yes. Beardy baby. Senor Butts McGee. Hello. How are you? Oh, and everyone's rolling in now. I was going to maybe I won't make another video. Be a bit rude. Everyone's coming in. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll just taste things tonight. I've already made one video. I'm freaking. Oh. Okay. Senor Buzz McGee, are you familiar with a kebab? Like, flatbread, the meat off the rotisserie thing, some salad, roll it up and eat it. Are you? I need to ease you into this. Are you familiar with a kebab in that format? Sometimes called gyros, which is spelled gyro, but it's gyro because it's Greek. Okay, so you're familiar with kebab. So, kebab, notorious drunk food, right? You're drunk, you go to the late night kebab place, get a kebab. A while back, I don't know, 10, 15 years, I don't know how many years ago, someone in Australia said, kebabs, awesome drunk food, but aren't they a bit too healthy? There's salad in them. So they invented the Halal Snack Pack, which is your choice of meats from the kebab place. I personally like to get the mix. So it will be lamb and chicken and the doner kebab, which is fuck knows what. And it's just the meat. You get chips and like hot chips and cover them in cheese and then cover that in meat and then preferably at least 3 sauces. The Holy Trinity is barbecue, garlic, and chili. I don't really like chili. I had sweet chili, and it's fucking yum. But it's literally someone said kebabs seem kind of too healthy. Yes, kebab's Arabic, but hiro is Greek, and it's basically the same. Pat, I'm good, buddy boy. How you doing? Yeah. And we looked at the hunk of unidentified meat. It could make that an even bigger heart attack. Really is. So your version, doner kebab meat, yeah, thick cut fries, sauce, cheese. Most places will give you the choice of chicken, doner kebab, or lamb. I always get a mix. And yes, traditionally 3 sauces. And if you just say the Holy Trinity, you get barbecue, garlic, and chili. And I don't like chili that much, but I like sweet chili. So I get barbecue, garlic, and sweet chili. You get an HSP with salad, mixed meat, garlic. Yeah, they'll do salad for you. Yes. No cheese. Oh my gosh. I feel like you're defeating the whole purpose of having the most unhealthy meal ever. It's a fantastic invention. And again, one of the great things, the diversity of communities in Australia is the food we get. Harry, hello, good evening, good day to you. So yeah, I don't hold that against you, wanting sauce on the side so you can dip your chips or fries. Cricken, booster. You look, if you're asking medical advice, find a trustworthy GP and talk to them about your circumstance, is what I'd say. Okay. You just want, well, the way mine was piled up, I could absolutely eat the meat completely separately from the cheese and chips. It was just fucking piled on. It was so good. They'll do salad for you, but you have to ask for it. Oh, yeah. Kebab has salad. HSP, no. It's the whole point of the HSP. It doesn't have salad. But I applaud you for the elderly for your healthy choices. Not being sarcastic, by the way. I think that's a good thing to do. Well, it's not it literally isn't nachos if you don't put cheese on it. Yes, The Simpsons. You don't make friends with salad. You don't make friends with salad. Well, there's something going on with someone who'll invent fusion food like that. See, Kraken, you're a man after my own heart, as in a man with boobs. And yeah, let the grease run down. I think that just makes it easier to get your shirt off later. It just sort of slides off. Yeah, kebabs are cash only. Well, my garlic boys were not cash only. Uh, what was funny to me is when I was looking up what the to potentially do the theme for tonight. It's like tonight, Thursday, is Fat Thursday. It's like the Thursday before Lent starts, where if you're Catholic or some other denominations are Christian, you're meant to um, not indulge in things so much. You're meant to deny yourself various things, and so the Thursday before it starts, you pig out. And I didn't know that. I pigged out and got the HSP before I found that out. So good stuff. Hannah, commit to eating HSP. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely giving it up. Yeah, no, it's whole thing. Adrian the Champ, you'll have fish and chips. Very good traditional takeaway. There's a place near me. Mrs. Angry gets a grilled fish from there. I get calamari. Freaking love calamari and chips. It's a rule. Yes, the trustworthy kebab shops have those really faded menus that have been on the wall for decades. Cash only does kind of suggest they're not declaring everything. Adrian, I do like to have a beverage with my greasy food. I'm with you on that. You just call it Thursday. Yeah, you and me both, Hannah. That was the irony to me. Like I got this really decadent unhealthy meal. And for Thursday, why not celebrate with a decadent, unhealthy meal? Now it's Tuesday. Pancake Tuesday is the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, which I think is next week. Just as a guy ahead, if you put kimchi in a burrito, you have ADHD. Not that often, but in warmer weather, Mrs. Angry and I like to walk to a fish and chip shop, get the fish and chips, and walk to the park and have it in the park. Love it when they... Good for you, Cricken. Anything dodgy under the table deals make it taste better. Oh, you'll do fish and chips with beer. See, I'm not a beer drinker. I will, like, from the takeaway, I'll get a Pepsi Max. Okay, the Maloney number 2 is pretty good. Oh, oh man, I didn't get myself ready. I need to have a bottle to pour the port back into. Dang it. Oh, what a terrifying thought. Going to an ice cream shop and the scooper has hairy arms. You're just worried about hair ending up in the ice cream. Damn it. Safa, I don't think that was a big thing for her. I don't know. Cricken, I just made a cocktail called the Maloney number 2. Had whiskey, sweet vermouth, Amaro, and maraschino, and it's pretty gosh darn good. Ooh, kangaroo burritos. Mrs. Angry loves kangaroo meat. Regularly gets kangaroo meat from the supermarket. Bit gamey for me. Like it's very lean, very red meat. As far as meat goes, it's relatively healthy. It's just the taste is a bit strong for me. Kebab place near you is diabolically good. Only place whole shopping centre. They don't even ask you order. Just go to lamb or HSB. I don't know if I should go. I suppose I don't have to do it in the stream, but I do want to take. I'm going to taste some of these things I got. Well, you know what? There's lots of pre-made cocktails, and some of them are good these days. But it is cheaper to make your own, although you've got to outlay the initial bit of cash. That is true. I have a whole cocktail channel called Angry Cocktails, and I've already made one video for it tonight. It's the thing I often do in the streams. Make a video live on the stream and then come back with a drink. I think I'm good tonight. Okay. I want to compare the two ryes. Okay, I'm going to get some shot glasses to do some tastings. Ah. Okay. Shops. 3 shot glasses. It's the other rye. Oh, just from Europa. I'm going to do a comparison to these rye spirits, but I'm going to blend them and put them in the barrel. Oh yes, go to a friggin' kebab shop when they're just about to close. Yeah. Senior butt face. Never had red kangaroo, meat concern, ducks, deers, bear. Well, if you're oh what dude, come to Australia, particularly go to the Northern Territory, Darwin. When I was there, I had kangaroo, emu, water buffalo, camel, crocodile. They have all the exotic meats of the animals that are around up there. But you get kangaroo just in the supermarket here, and occasionally emu too, actually. I need to have crocodile meat properly prepared, I think, because I literally got crocodile on a skewer from a food truck. It was probably the most shite way to have it. Okay. Backwards rye. Is this Jury? Rightly pronounced as Yuri. Pot distilled, hand bottled. Mikado Distillery Company. Unaged small batch rye made with love and care by Fearless Rye Whiskey Distillers. But this isn't aged, so it's not whiskey. 46. Neat. Wait, where is this from again? Finland. So I've got an unaged rye spirit from Australia. Indeed, up the road a little bit. Well, a couple of hours. And this one from Finland. Because this one is really cheap on Nick's Wine Merchants. Me being ever the bargain hunter. Get that off. Ooh, really full. Okay, we'll do a little glug glug. Ooh, booze ASMR. Really do have to make a cocktail ASMR video at some point. All right, let's put that on there. And the rum, why not indeed? Now, where's the dotted line on that? There it is. Come on, goddammit. All right. Made of bricks. Yes, this is a discontinued rum from Bricks. They don't make this anymore, which is why it was on the site that sells things cheap. Bunch of discontinued lines. Okay, let's go. Okay, so first, my new backwards rye. Not a really strong aroma. A little bit of that sort of vegetal rye spiciness. Not a lot of flavor. Ooh, actually, it's coming back now. It's got a long finish. This is moonshine. I'm basically drinking moonshine now. Ooh, it's vaguely medicinal. A little bit banana-ish, interestingly. At least that's what I get from it. When was this bottled? I think they actually say. Heritage Rye. Bottle number 17. 42%, 17 standard drinks. That's 42%. This is 46%. 500 mils of each would just fit in that barrel really nicely. It's going to be fucking good. It's almost cloves. It's definitely definitely really herbal sort of vibe to it. Like pine needles. Like I say, it's vaguely medicinal. Not as banana-y as Backwoods. I think I prefer Backwoods as moonshine. But I'm going to blend those suckers and put them in a barrel for, I don't know, at least 6 months. And see how that goes. I could just rum. That's way smoother than the moonshine. If I'd have drunk this first, it might not have tasted as easy drinking because the moonshine is a bit fiercer. Classic rum flavors, a little bit sweet. Or there ones, it's a little bit like overripe pineapple. Ooh, and a nice lingering flavor too. Yeah, no, kangaroo is quite gamey. But I mean, if you eat deer, well, I think chewy's going to depend how prepared, but it's extremely lean, like incredibly lean red meat. All right, I got to try my non-alcoholic concoction because I'm being a good boy and it's making myself some non-alcoholic. Look how clear it is, because that was like, black tea. And my grapefruit cordial and ginger syrup. So it was not clear when I made it. We'll see. Oh, we live in very weird times, Justin. All the things about, Europe increasing military spending because Trump wants to cut back US involvement. God, it would be absolutely surreal if Trump accidentally did something that was good for people. It would be so weird. Because it wouldn't be on purpose. I mean, unless you're a millionaire/billionaire. Anyway, how is this? Man, that's good. Very fruit. I think it actually could go with the bubbles, actually. Yum, that's fucking good. Okay, I'm going to get the bubbles out, I think. Is Trump a loner? No, Trump needs to have people around him. He needs people sucking up to him. He's very insecure. All right, gotta get one of my mineral waters. Come on. There we go. Got mineral water. Oh. Well, you shouldn't hug the koalas anyway. In fact, most of the places that used to let people do it don't anymore because it's actually bad. Not because of the chlamydia. You only get that when you have sex with koalas. You don't get chlamydia from hugging. But yes, I could see vegans get upset that you want to come all the way to Australia just to eat kangaroo. Justin, I think it's inevitable the US will become reliable. Yeah. I mean, you make a fair point. Expecting things to stay the same forever is usually a recipe for nasty surprises. Just gotta... Put that in there. So stay tight with the bubbles. Oh, yeah. No, that's really good with the bubbles. All right. Plan. Yes, that's a good way of putting it. Trump is a prima donna. He's very insecure. He definitely needs the praise. Yeah. But I mean, Trump just speaks in brain farts. He has no plan of what he says minute to minute. And he just works out, he just throws phrases out. And if they work with the hooting mob that supports him, he repeats it. So, yeah, he just, America first. Yeah, make them pay their fair share. Like I said, it's mildly hilarious that he stands the chance of accidentally doing something good, but we'll see. I mean, because when he goes feral on the CIA and the FBI, and so you got these liberals, supposedly progressive people, with this, how dare you besmirch the good name of the FBI and the CIA? And I was like, do you motherfuckers hear yourselves? You're defending the FBI and the CIA. What the fuck is wrong with you? I did find that bleakly funny. Yes, Justin, you make a good point. Relying on one country to protect you is a bad idea because things change. Yeah, I know the Gulf of... Oh, dear, Senor Butts McGee, I don't know if you were here when we came up with... There was Megaleech was on there saying well, I was just looking at the map and I think Trump doesn't realize there's a new Mexico and it's right in the United States. And once he works that out, he's not going to put up with that. So we came up with a way to rename New Mexico, and we settled on Mexis because it's but next to Mexico and Texas, and I was going to make a video for it. Might do it tomorrow night. Who knows? Got to make a cocktail to celebrate Mexis. Call it a Mexis tea. And it'll be modeled on a Long Island iced tea. And it just has spirits from Mexico and Texas in it because I've got a few Mexican and Texas spirits. So half an ounce of, 5 different spirits, some lime juice, some sugar, top it with soda. So it's like Texas's favorite drink, ranch water. It'll be Texas tea. Mexis tea, not Texas tea. Mexis tea. I think Mexis tea will be a winner. Ugh. Maybe I can fill a highball with my sexy clear eyes. I did hear that Google's, changing the map depending what country you're in. Like if you from the US, they do actually make it the Gulf of America. But yeah. Texas would love that. You think Texas wants New Mexico renamed Mexis? That's our suggestion. Because honestly, I think the only reason Trump hasn't objected to a New Mexico existing right in the middle of America, like an illegal immigrant, is because he's too stupid to know there's an American state called New Mexico. So we're just going to help him. Rename it to Mexis. Celebrate with Mexis tea. So there'll be even just with half an ounce of 5 different spirits, there'll be a reasonably strong drink because a couple of the spirits are reasonably strong. They're not all 40%. And yeah, it might actually be a genuinely good drink. Ooh, should it have the chili liqueur in it? I think, did we decide, like, there are, of course, like 3 sorts of tequila. It's got to have mezcal. The 2 Texas spirits from Balcones. So I've got to decide, does it have 2 different sorts of tequila, or 1 tequila, mezcal, and chili liqueur? Oh, it would be very easy to get Trump to do what you want. Just suck up to him and explain to him how he personally would benefit and how he would look good if he gave you something you wanted. I think it would absolutely work. Butts McGee, main thing, rename it. They want drill oil. Oh yes, that it's very unsettling. It's yeah, the number of things that are being set back catastrophically, like human rights, climate change. Does Trump drink cocktails? That is not something I would associate with that. Oh, he's a teetotaler, isn't he? I have this funny feeling Trump doesn't drink alcohol. Just does a lot of drugs based on the way he talks. Yeah, like USA relationship with Europe. Like, Trump seemed to have a man crush on French President Macron. So you think he does drink champagne occasionally? Yeah. Yeah, he has his Diet Coke button on his desk in the White House. Sorry, what about Canada this time? It's hard to keep up with everything that's happening. The weird avalanche of fuckery that happens. Yes, he does love Macca's, which is, hey, fine, whatever. Do what you gotta do, man. I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. Wait, does Musk have Canadian citizenship? I don't know that. Oh, they was severing ties with Canada, and everyone's united in Canada because of his dumbness. Yeah, he did talk about Canada should be a state of the US. Yeah. Damn. I'm going to say something like make me sound old. I remember when Big Macs were like $2.50. Like you could get an entire McDonald's lunch. I've heard him say ridiculous shit about that and Greenland and whatnot. It's literally impossible to know what he's saying is a serious proposition and what he's just doing is just random shit because random neurons fired in his brain or because he's trolling people or he's trying to overwhelm people. I never know what to ascribe to planning with him. Like, yeah, if you wanted to fuck people up and subvert them and make it very hard for them to respond, you do that. But you'd also do that if you were a fucking idiot. And with Trump, whenever fucking idiot is a potential explanation, I tend to go with it. Like, don't want to overcomplicate it. Oh yeah, I did not watch it. I just saw the stories about AI videos of Trump's vision of Gaza as a resort. It's just like basic human decency is just fucking gone. It was an illusion. It was like, fuck me. Really, there were women belly dancers with beards. Awesome. Did I have this conversation? I did have this conversation on the stream the other night, didn't I? Because I've been fascinated by it since I discovered it. That the AI image generating tools cannot do an image of a glass full of wine. It's not in their reference library. They just can't do it. They could do it. I bet they can do it. Okay, you know what? It's experiment time. Holy shit! Gene Hackman and his wife found dead at their home in Santa Fe. Age 95 and his wife 63 and pet dog. Oh, wow. Wow. Holy shit. Damn. I was just opening to look for something else and that headline's there. That was checking out together. Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog. Damn. Jesus, fuck. That's wild. That's going to move Michelle Trachtenberg off the news. Fucking hell. Wowzers. He was 95. I didn't know he was that old. Jesus. That decision to go out together. God damn. You reckon we're getting rain overnight? I mean, maybe. All right, now you've made me want to look, Safa. What's the prognosis from BOM? Possible shower of 1 millimeter. Yeah, I feel you're wrong, Safa. I'm looking at the map. Oh, shit. No, wait. There is rain coming over. It's just coming over from South Australia. Oh, no, I think it will reach us. Couple of hours? Okay. I think you're actually right. I think it might rain in a couple of hours. You both left to murder-suicide. I think it's actually more likely a mutually agreed, if I was to guess. But who knows? I'm certainly not leaping to conclusions. Pretty wild, though. I was just trying to get friggin' Copilot to come up. Okay, I'm going to say to Copilot. Okay, well, let's bring it up so you can see what I'm looking at. I mean, that's a possibility that it's an accident, but Jesus Christ, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. An image of a full glass of beer. Oh, I've got to sign in. Okay. Wait, can I do it with... Oh, fuck you, dude. Seriously. All right. Well, that's not fucking working. Whatever. If you got that on news alert, Elon Musk's dick doesn't work. Ah, a third famous death. Yeah. Oh, okay. People. Here's the thing. People, particularly older people, particularly if one of them's going to die, it's not uncommon for them to say, "I don't want to be alone," and to make a decision to go out together. It's actually reasonably common. None of them are trustworthy, but while it sounds like being paranoid, stuff from China is definitely less trustworthy. They by law in China, the CCP has to have a back door to them. And some people have studied DeepSeek and said, no, it seems to have a lot of keystroke logging built into it. It's definitely not safe. President Donald Trump signed an executive order how to expand access. Yes, no, he'd always said he was going to do that. You think that was Elmo doing that? And I did see that an IVF company got hacked, people's data's out. Yeah, Gene Hackman did a lot of good movies. It's a whole thing. Wait, I'm at do le Discord. Just in case there's anything in there. Just have it open in the background. Yeah, Enemy of the State. I actually quite like that one. Government has banned it from all government devices, not just phones. Fed said it first, and all the states followed suit. So there was one thing on the Discord. Hannah's crochet. She's crocheted a beard for Super Baby, so Super Baby can feel on par with the men in the family who apparently all have beards. So that's a crochet beard for Super Baby. Which is a nice touch. Don't want Super Baby to feel left out. Oh, the football one. No, it's basketball, isn't it? Whose years is basketball? I'm trying to remember all those sports films. I don't think I've sat through Hoosier's beginning to end, but I've seen lots of it. It's high school sports. Shit, that was a bit nasty. Was a cute beard. Yeah, okay, basketball. Yeah. Yeah, oh god. And that's another thing. The obsession with school sports in the US is a bit freaky to an outsider. Like there seems to be as much focus, obsession, and even funding on high school sports as there is adult professional sports in Australia. It's very weird, or it feels weird to a lot of people outside of the US. Oh, okay. You're running him off. Superman, Birdcage, Bonnie and Clyde. French Connection was one of his. Oh, he's so good in Unforgiven. Yes, The Firm. He was in The Firm. I think Unforgiven was the last thing I really liked him in. That was 30 years ago. But I watched that again not long ago just because it was on Foxtel when I was flicking through channels. Such a good movie. The structure. Again, Clint Eastwood, extremely questionable human being. Very competent filmmaker, though. And just structurally, Unforgiven is fantastic. And was just really groundbreaking. Like, what happens to a cowboy who's sick? Who looks after a sick cowboy? And it's just like, um, I'm here to kill you, little Bill. What's his line in that? Duck of death. And the guy says, it's Duke. And he goes, I says duck. See the benefit of what? Of making a big deal of high school sports. I just think it's weird. That's all. Oh yes, he was one of the leads in the Royal Tenenbaums. He was the patriarch. Another one Gene did with Clint. Absolute Power. Yes, and I did like, again, Clint Eastwood, extremely competent filmmaker, and yeah, I just absolutely loved Unforgiven though. Which one are you going to watch, Senior Butts? Absolute Power. It's pretty good. Okay, it's only 9:16. And I'm not going to say this repeatedly. I'm really only going to say it once. I need to get some ice. I want more ice in my non-alcoholic beverage. You know what? While I'm out there, I might get a funnel and a sieve, and I might put the rye spirits in the barrel. I'm adding the lime and lemon. Were you here when I was talking about my clarified thing, Safa? I made a non-alcoholic clarified concoction. This is strong black tea, grapefruit cordial, and ginger syrup, and orange juice added to milk to clarify, and it's freaking yum. So I'm actually mixing that with the mineral water. So, I'll leave you with Tom Kitten. I'm just going to, wait a sec, I'm going over here a sec. What bottles are in here? Okay. Just not sure how much port is going to be in that barrel. Okay. Need to get some ice, bottle, a funnel, and a sieve. right. Let's do this. All right. Closing the door. Okay. There's still the mineral water. Losing all of famous people in the US. Yeah, you know who's that? I feel like the oldest celebrity still alive, and he's pretty spry, is Dick Van Dyke, who's 99. And just in the last year, he did a video with Coldplay where he showed he's still pretty spry. All right. Gonna let that get cold. All right, let's do this. All right, put that over there. There we go, over here. Okay, first things first. This is a fun bottle. Used to have rum in it. I'm going to put port in it. Right, because the port's been in here for, oh God, I think a lot of this, I've been using it in cocktails. I think might be a decent amount of angel share. This does not feel very heavy. All right, sieve, just in case we get some of the charcoal from the barrel. This will be the test. Because I think I put a litre of port in here. And this bottle's only 750 mils. So we'll see. We shall see. Oh, is it going to overfill the bottle? Or have we had that much angel share of... Yeah, no, it's almost finished. Or is it? No, it's still going. Don't know about anyone else, but the noise of this running is making me want to pee. Well, this is going to be close. It's going to be real close. Ooh. Oh, that was so close. Just fit in this bottle, though. All right, I have to do a little label for that bottle so I don't forget its port, because I probably can't re-stick this. Or maybe I can. See if that stays. Put the port label from the barrel to the bottle. All right, now we put the funnel in the barrel and we put our rye spirit in. Put some moonshine in the barrel, turn it into proper whiskey. All right. One bottle of rye. I'm going to put these. I'm going to get self-conscious when I'm putting booze bottles in recycling. Not that anyone sees it. But look, it's like, oh. And I haven't drunk these. They're just in a barrel for 6 months. But I still get this vague thing of if someone knew that I was putting a bunch of booze bottles, this many booze bottles in my recycling, they judge me. There. Okay, put the bung in the bung hole. Okay, put this cork on the port. Guess I can put that back in the fridge. It's interesting. It's probably given the port a bit more character as well, being in the barrel for a while. Oh, okay. Well, there's that little job done. Oh, I need to do a label. All right. Where's our label maker? Yeah, no, we just freaking saw that on the news headline. Yes. Okay, so turning our label maker on. So this is rye, Feb 27, just so I remember when it went in. Feb 27. I always feel compelled to thank Home for the Elderly yet again for sending me this, because it's something I so clearly need, because I forget what I've done with things. Oh, you see, you're going to love the present you got me. Ah, they're making me want to go into the city just to get it, which I might do. All right, so rye, Feb 27. Yeah, maybe even July. Rye July. I might try that rye in July. Well, I'm going to send you some stuff. I'm overdue to send you some stuff home for the elderly. Ooh, for making cocktail videos. Ooh. Did sound like I was peeing. It made me want to pee, that noise. Okay, so I was going to definitely send you a barrel stave, because you can stick it in a bottle of something and age it a bit more. But I saw a listing the other day where someone was making non-alcoholic things, and they were trying to make something taste like whiskey, and they put some barrel wood in tea, and I thought, oh, I have to do that. See if I can make tea that tastes at least a little bit like whiskey, like a smoky tea, and put a barrel stave in it. I have to try that. For making cocktail videos and Angry Aussie memorabilia. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, no. I have to remember to send some stuff as well. Just send random stuff. Oh, okay. Just to reinforce, my clarified non-alcoholic concoction with the mineral water is really fucking yum. So yeah, I think I have plenty of time tomorrow. I can go to the post office tomorrow, because I also owe Celtic King some stuff. Just stuff I'd said I'd send. Yeah, oh man, that's good. I'm glad I did that, because it's always like I don't want to waste the orange when I have denuded it. And you can just drink orange juice, of course. But oh, no. Okay, I meant I'd go to the local post office to post you some stuff tomorrow, but I'd have to go all the way in the city to go to my post box, which I don't see happening before Monday. You ate peaches. Good for you. I got peach liqueur this week or last week. So, that's my version of that. So, yeah, probably, I mean, I could save it for next Friday night. I'd probably be able to do an opening on Tuesday next week. We'll see how that goes. It's just, one of those things. It's a little bit warming. I'm always complaining about it's too hot. I'm going to turn on the air conditioning. Didn't turn on the air conditioning today because it got a bit warm, but it's like, you know what? I can survive that. It's just going to get super hot again sometime. All right. The DVD's on top of just packaging. Good to know. Okay. Exciting as this. Okay, tomorrow 27. That's pretty warm. And 26. 23. Okay. So it's my kind of weekend, actually. Mid-20s. Monday 23. Tuesday 31 for some fucking reason. Wednesday also 31. Thursday 27. Damn. Man, it just keeps coming with these hot days. Oh. Ooh, you can't resist giving me the hints. Damn. Damn. Speaking of movies, I still think someone should go to one of the screenings of the new Australian movie Spit, where David Wenham is doing a Q&A and ask the question, did you know a guy called Adrian Kalir? Because when I see your character on screen, I swear you're just playing AIDSy. That's it absolutely looks like that's what you're doing. So it's uncanny, in fact. There's definitely a non-zero chance that they knew each other just in the Australian entertainment industry. Oh. Yeah, that's really fucking good. I'm glad I made that little concoction. It's very refreshing. It's no longer no sugar, like the mineral water's no sugar, but the actual clarified mocktail, non-alcoholic milk punch, has a decent whack of sugar in it. But it doesn't taste overly sweet, particularly not with the mineral water. So it's a fucking winner. I've come up with a winner. Spare your applause. But, I just got to celebrate a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, tribute, Gene Hackman Marathon. And again, you're doing yourself favors with that. Like I say, listing all those really good films he did. Because he certainly did a lot of good films. He was a very good supporting actor. He's one of those really good supporting actors. He was a lead as well. He was a lead in a lot of movies. But throughout his career, he was a really good supporting actor. I say, yeah, the articles I saw weren't speculating, but yeah, they might have died in their bed from carbon monoxide poisoning. It could have been an accident. It could have been deliberate. Yeah, there's a difference between a celeb and an absolute icon. There you go. You were just about to get Superman 1 4K. Although I will throw out there, it continues to baffle me that Hollywood can't do a good Lex Luthor, because I don't want to commit sacrilege, but Gene Hackman wasn't a good Lex Luthor. He wasn't a believable, threatening bad guy. And in the fucking Snyder films, Jesse Eisenberg, who I don't hate, but he's not Lex Luthor. I mean, they probably did better in Lois and Clark with young Lex Luthor, actually. And I haven't seen the recent Superman TV series that a lot of people say good things about, but they've gone very different with Lex Luthor in that. It's the guy who was in the fucking Walking Dead. Shieldsy, you got 2 weeks are out of your place. Got a ton of crap. Oh, God. Same as, dude, last time I moved after 10 years, it was a fucking nightmare. And we did a bit of cleaning in January found some amazing stuff. Taking a week off around Easter. I've got to do some more cleaning. Probably be amazed at more stuff I find. John Cryer played Lex Luthor in the Arrowverse. Damn. So yeah, well, I didn't watch any of those either. Okay, you think John Cryer was a good Lex Luthor? Okay, cool. I certainly haven't seen it. A 5-disc set of the Superman movies. Damn. Yeah, the quality drops off pretty sharply after the first one. Yep, I absolutely 100% agree with you, Harry. I think the Snyderverse Luthor was actually one of the worst ones. I couldn't tell you. I didn't see it. Oh God, Shieldsy, you're just finding buckets of Lego, are you? God damn. You watch the Arrowverse. I actually watched maybe the first season of Arrow. Didn't hate it. I'm going to go with no. So Superman 2's the one with the other Kryptonians, yes? Kneel before Zod. Speaking of camp old school actors. Yeah, I was just never particularly a fan of the Christopher Reeve Superman ones, which I know some people think is sacrilege, but I just wasn't into them. So you saw a little bit of the Arrowverse. You take the CW stuff over the Snyder films. I mean, I don't blame you. I think I would too. Not that I've watched a lot of it. And I did watch the Snyder. Oh, God. Snyder's head's so far up his own ass. It's ridiculous. Like those films he did for fucking Netflix were like, what the fuck? Somebody get this guy an editor and don't let this fucking knucklehead in the room while the editor trims down this 6 hours of horseshit into a decently structured 2-hour film. Shieldsy, 8 years of doing Lego events and getting free Lego and running a store. That's going to get you a lot of Lego. Well, you either keep it yourself or you can box it all up, take it, I don't know, to a daycare, get someone to do it. I remember in the early days of COVID, I was giving away some stuff. One was discs. I went through all the DVDs I had, kids ones that actually weren't that good, ones that I had no interest in keeping, so like not the Pixar ones. I wanted to keep the Pixar ones. And it was a decent box of kids' DVDs. And I just went on Facebook and said, do any of my local friends have small kids, like preteens, and you don't have a streaming service and you need something to keep them occupied? You can have a box of DVDs. I'll just give them to you. And someone took me up on that. And then a friend took me up on a box of Lego. Like he had like 3 kids under, like, I don't know, about 6. He had, and he was going crazy. And I said, dude, big box of Lego. Take it. He was very happy. Saying about Arrowverse is good, gets stupid, but still great watch for fans of action and stupid lines. Ah, dear. I was thinking, what else did I watch? This is not Arrowverse, but the Titans, the dark and gritty Titans series, I actually liked. I didn't watch all of it, but I thought it was pretty good. What are you doing? $20, $30 to $40 a kilogram for the Lego. Damn. First Superman visually, it was a huge breakthrough for the time. And that was the line, the tagline when they were advertising it was, "You will believe a man can fly." It was, I think, without doubt, the best effects for someone flying that had ever been done up to that point. And they leaned very heavily into, this is not the cheesy green screen stuff you're used to. This looks at least vaguely plausible. Wait, was Superman 3 the Richard Pryor one? Because it had a lot of funny shit in it. And yeah, the whole kryptonite variant that made Superman kind of lose it and go bad. I think there was good stuff. I think there was a lot of good stuff in Superman 3. Superman fighting himself was good. And that thing of taking, a point of ascent off millions of transactions was pretty funny. And particularly when they did actually find out someone had done it, and they're going, "This was a work of genius. This person will lay low. We'll never, we won't catch them easily. We've got to be cunning." And then as they're saying that, Richard Pryor, the low-level employee, comes screaming into the work car park in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. It was very funny. It was definitely funny. Dude, sit in the corner and suck your own dick. Honestly. You like the set for Krypton from the first? Yeah. The physical sets for Krypton were pretty good. Richard Pryor is a legend. He's pretty funny. I actually did. I liked Man of Steel. Like, I like it more than any Christopher Reeve Superman movie, as sacrilegious as that may be. I didn't mind the subsequent ones, but I will call out, it was a really shitty Lex Luthor, and it does my head in. I've never. We're going to stick with the films because I haven't seen all the TV shows. I've never seen a good Lex Luthor in movies, and I don't get it. I'm not going to go to the Superman movie. I'll watch it when it's on streaming. I've got a soft spot for James Gunn, and it might be a really good Superman movie, but I'm just going to wait. I think they've released almost no details about the upcoming Superman movie. The one thing they teased is, for the first time, Crypto, the dog, is going to be in it. They made some good stuff, but like, what was Richard Pryor had? Was it Parkinson's or something? And they kept going, and it just got a bit sad to see. But Stir Crazy, that was their high point. Stir Crazy was their high point. Didn't hate Man of Steel. I agree, that was a bit silly, where it was literally, I should die rather than people know you have powers, which is very weird. I do love the Guardian movies, yeah. I also love that he enrages the right-wing fuckwits. Yes, the sad one was Another You. That's it. It was MS. That's what was getting him. Yeah. I thought Hear No Evil, See No Evil was really overacted with a lot of hack jokes. Thought Stir Crazy was a lot better. But yeah, you know, is Gene Wilder still around? I can't keep track of who's alive and who isn't. I got to look it up now. Gene Wilder. No, he's been dead for 8 years. Okay. I had a suspicion he was dead, but I wasn't sure. Silver Streak was a good one, actually. Yeah, no, prior towards the end, it was like, oof. Oh, yeah, he was freebasing cocaine, which is really dangerous. And yet exploded when he was freebasing and he was almost killed. Yeah, Silver Streak was before Stir Crazy, yeah. No, everyone was right. Gene Wilder, I was not sure and I was not going to believe anyone, so I looked it up. He died in 2016. So, yeah. Yes, well, there's a combination of people who just go and seek out old films and actual old people who were around when the films came out. So, but, Gene Wilder in the early days was working with Mel Brooks, did some very funny stuff. And in the early days of home video, Richard Pryor's live sets were huge because it was just this really funny guy who was just fucking swearing the whole time, nonstop. So yeah, when you're a teenage boy, that was freaking edgy. You liked it. Oh, Harry, they're a lot of films. Like I feel like I should watch way more of the classic art house films. I'm not going to fight you. Blues Brothers is a cult one. The way they got more and more ridiculous with the car crashes, I find extremely humorous. The product of Dan Aykroyd doing prodigious amounts of cocaine and just coming up with script pages on the day saying, okay, and our cars should just keep crashing. Like 20, 30, 40 cars should just crash into each other. The music is phenomenal in Blues Brothers. Oh, freebasing was a thing that was like big in the 70s. It's somehow you're vaporizing cocaine. So you have some sort of concoction where you're cooking up cocaine and vaporizing it and inhaling the vapor. But I think they used quite volatile stuff in the process. So bursting into flames was a risk. It's just a fucking thing people used to do. But the whole danger of blowing up made it much less popular. Madame Butterfly freebasing involves heating the powder to create pure, highly concentrated crystals. But yeah, the process is like dangerous. I never watched the reboot, so I don't know. It's bad. Don't watch it. Been watching old Saturday Night Live. Yeah, when John Belushi got his start. Yeah, he was very big back in the day. Yeah, who was it? It was James Belushi and oh God, I was going to say John Candy, but it wasn't John Candy. It was what's his face? Blues Brothers 2000. Terrible. Foreshadowed at the 1996 Super Bowl halftime. Okay. Oh God, I'm absolutely blank. John Goodman. Too many Johns. I was going to say John Connor. There's a John Goodman. Again, John Goodman does good stuff too. James Wasn't in? Are you saying Blues Brothers 2000 or what? Yes, John Connor tried to save us, and anyway, uh, I'm going to look it up. 1988 film. Oh, it was actually Dan Aykroyd. Jesus, I didn't think Dan Aykroyd was in it. So it was Dan Aykroyd and John Goodman. Oh, and Frank Oz was in it again. That's funny because Frank Oz was in the original Blues Brothers as well. Ah, 10 Cloverfield Lane was good. Yeah, I like that. No, I was wrong about James Belushi. For some reason, I didn't think Dan Aykroyd was in it. Yes, no, I sorry. What was his name? The actor's name is Joe Morton. Yeah, Joe Morton. Yes, possibly. He's been in so much stuff, but he might be best known for being in Terminator 2. Cinema snacks were always a bit overpriced, but it fucking spiraled in the 90s. Oh, well, no wonder it failed. If in Blues Brothers 2000 they weren't on a mission from God, that was, they needed to be on a mission from God. What were they thinking? Not being on a mission from God? That's crazy. Yep. I was legit thinking the same thing. The scene in Terminator 2 where he's holding the detonator closed, it's got a dead man switch, and he tells them they all better run, and just do the ping. Boom. I don't think. In fact, I don't think Blues Brothers did very well in the cinema. I think it was a cult thing that the following grew over years. I could be wrong, but I have the feeling it was not a hit, but it was a sort of cult with a constant audience. What's the nun's name? Sister Mary Stigmata? She's hitting them all the time. And she hits them because they swore, and when they get hit, they go, shit! And they get hit for saying that. Oh, fuck! And so she's just perpetually hitting them. It's just like such a running joke that nuns are powerful and malevolent. I grew up with nuns at school. Now, I think video made Blues Brothers popular, actually. Both the soundtrack and home video. I think that's what made Blues Brothers popular. Because free to air TV didn't play the same movie over and over. But home video, people could get it, rent it, and watch it over and over and over. Oh, yeah. Great friggin' soundtrack. And yeah, that was one of the early successful moves from Saturday Night Live to a movie. Catholic schools, I think nuns still teach. I don't think they stopped. Copy of Blues Brothers sold has ads for State Bank. Oh, God. That could be a weird flashback thing. You got old VHS tapes with ads on them. Oh, damn. That would be a whole thing. Remember being in a theatre and doing Nonsense, a fun play. I have heard of that. Don't go to a lot of live theatre though. Great YouTube channel called VHS Review. Well, they watching all the ads that were on VHS tapes. God, you can find some funny commercials on YouTube, like commercials from the 60s and 70s in particular. It was a different world. Okay, so that channel goes through old VHS tapes and makes jokes about the ads. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I know a guy who did it. He had some recordings from like Adelaide's Channel 9, had some weird fucking ads on between the shows. Oh, nice. You're actually Patreon on that channel. Excellent. I'm only a patron of the Blind Boy podcast and 20 or 30 OnlyFans channels. Haha, jokes. It's only... See, you open that door and then everything you say after that point's a lie. But yes, I am a patron of the Blind Boy podcast. Because that's the one podcast I'll always listen to. Home video. There were some guys at high school who were super into it. I wasn't super into it. But I've probably seen it half a dozen times. It's just very entertaining. And I fucking love Carrie Fisher in the Blues Brothers, the way she's just continually trying to kill Jake. And when they eventually, come face to face, you can see why, yeah, she's right. He actually deserves it. Oh, dear. There's the whole thing. Oh, how did we get into Blues Brothers? God knows. I can never track where our conversations go. But, oh, God, censored TV versions are hilarious. I mean, I remember seeing a TV censored version of Blazing Saddles where they cut out all the farts. Like the scene with the beans around the campfire, it's still there, but there was no fart sound effects. So the guys are all doing the thing, but there's no sound effects. It was so weird. I mean, it still kind of worked because they were all eating beans and doing a thing, and Slim Pickens at the end goes, "I think you boys have had enough beans." But I swear to God, censor. And they used to censor films on planes as well, because you didn't have your own thing. It was like one film that everyone's watching up there, and so it was the equivalent TV edited version up there. One I saw that really did my head in, because it's like, oh, if you cut out the violence, you completely change the meaning of the scene. It was the Mel Gibson film Payback, which I think is a really good film. It's so unlike all the other Mel Gibson films. It's really gritty and bleak, a crime film. And one of the climactic scenes, he takes this huge risk with the big bad guys. They've got him prisoner, and he's got to give up some information to them, but he wants to give them false information, but he can't give it up easily because he's a tough guy who wouldn't give it up easily. So yeah, the torture scene. Spoiler for a 30-year-old movie. He's tied to a chair. They take his shoes off. they start smashing his toes with a hammer, and he like screams and says, "Oh, fuck you!" Smash another toe with them. Fuck you! And they smash at least 3 of his toes, and then he can't take it anymore, and he goes, "No, I'll tell you," and uh, and that's why they believe he's telling the truth, because he resisted through all this horrible torture, and then he cracked and told them, so they believe him. And it's actually false information that's going to get all the bad guys killed. The airplane edited version I saw, they cut it all out. It's just a guy lifts up the hammer, and then it cuts to Mel going, "Oh no, no, not too." So that version makes it look like he wussed out when they were going to smash his toes with a hammer. He couldn't stand to think about it, and he went, "Oh no!" And it completely changed the meaning of the scene. Anyway, we're speaking of Gene Wilder before. One of his favorite movies up there with Willy Wonka, which Blazing Saddles. He's extremely good in Blazing Saddles. And I love the thing where he's with the sheriff, and the big folklore is and the sheriff's so upset with how racist the town people are, and Gene Wilder's go, "You got to understand, these are simple folk, people of the earth, the common people, morons." And the guy playing the sheriff wasn't ready for that line, and he's doing this sad deadpan thing. And when Gene Wilder said, "morons," he just starts laughing, and he thought he'd ruined the take. But that's what they used. Like Mel Brooks went, no, that was really good. Because it's just like it cracked him up. Mongo Oni porn in Game of Life. There's the thing when the sheriff earns Mongo's respect, and the kid says something like, "I think Mongo's sweet on you there," and then Mongo kind of goes, "No, Mongo straight." Sorry, what's that? Preposterous TV censorship? Fight a stranger in the Alps? I don't know the reference there. We're going to do a little bit of this dark liqueur before going to bed, just to give Mrs. Angry a nice flavour with the orange peel for her hot chocolate in the morning. That's my excuse. Also, I like it a lot. It's very yummy. Oh my God! Did you see a censored version of Big Lebowski, or it's just like, because that's what you're quoting, isn't it? John Goodman in Big Lebowski. Didn't I send you? This is the one I sent you, Safa. Well, for its time, I think Blazing Saddles was quite aggressively anti-racist. The black characters were all presented favorably, and you had stupid white racists. Oh, I've had enough of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday through Friday plane. Nice. Big Lebowski. I do like Big Lebowski. I enjoy that movie. Because Jeff Bridges is such a wasteoid in it. He's so funny. He's like, "That's just like your opinion, man." He's always poor choice, but he has poor life choices generally, but poor choices in cocktails, just constantly drinking White Russians. I do love when he calls the White Russian the Caucasian, though. That's a pretty funny joke, quite honestly. Jude, Gene Wilder described Blazing Saddles as punching racism in the face and the face is bleeding. Yeah. I think particularly for its time, Blazing Saddles is aggressively anti-racist. It's like I saw a joke online that was 100% spot on. some right-wing tool going, "Oh, you couldn't make Blazing Saddles today because of woke." And then it's like, dot, dot, dot. In an alternate reality, when Blazing Saddles was released in 2024, same person going, "Oh, Blazing Saddles is woke bullshit." That's the dancers right at the end of the movie, is it? Or is that the showgirl? John Wayne was asked to be in the film. He declined because of image concerns. He did say he'd be first in the theater to see when it came out, though. Right at the end. Yeah, the Dom DeLuise bit, like when they completely break the fourth wall, and it's like, and there's even the joke, they broke through a wall, and they're not in the West, they're in Hollywood making the movie about the West. Mel Brooks and his visual jokes. Absolutely. But the fun thing, Harry, about right-wingers using woke as a slur is you instantly know that person is a piece of shit that should be ignored. So it's very handy for that. Just like, oh, you're a fucking dickhead. I should ignore everything you say. Oh, God, Dom DeLuise. You know what I just thought of? Him and Burt Reynolds. With Burt, and they're going like, you know what? He would do this. And then Tom DeLuise is mysteriously in a superhero costume. That's so fucking weird. Oh dear. Yeah, well, yeah, Cannonball 2. It's so funny. It's so friggin' weird. I love it. Yeah, woke, like the majority of slang that people use actually came from Black American culture. And it literally means being awake to the fact there is injustice, the world is unfair, and a lot of people are being repressed, even if you personally aren't. Oh, you say I've gone over time, and that's Mrs. Angry dinging me saying she's going to bed. I don't have much on tomorrow. I'll manage. All right. I'm going to eat my cherry. Only one cherry, but I was editing the videos from the other night today where I had 3 cherries on the skewer, and I was just, man, 3 cherries on the skewer looks so good. I want to do 3 cherries all the time. Woke, but could use a nap. Well, I'm going to bed. Oh, yeah, it is party night tomorrow. So we'll see what happens for that. Yeah, I know. I had the idea. I'm just going to have 3 cherries on every fucking. I didn't do it, but I was literally just looking at the video, going, "Man, 3 cherries. That's so cool. I should just do that all the time." But I am going to bed now. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night with party night. But I am going to. We might do a Mexis tea tomorrow night. Mexis tea should have 3 cherries. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed, so I'll see you fine folk another time if you're around. But I will go and say bye for now. Bye.
You are totally